Genesis chapter 16, the verse number 1 to 8. Now Sarai, Abraham's wife, had borne him no children, and she had an Egyptian maidservant whose name was Hagar. So Sarah said to Abraham, "See now, the Lord has restrained me from bearing children. Please go into my maid, perhaps I shall obtain children by her." And Abraham heeded to the voice of Sarah. Then Sarah, Abraham's wife, took Hagar, her maid, the Egyptian, and gave her to her husband Abraham to be his wife, after Abraham had dwelt 10 years in the land of Canaan. So he went into Hagar, and she conceived. And when she saw that she had conceived, her mistress became despised in her eyes. Sarah complained. Jump to verse 6. So Abraham said to Sarah, "Indeed, your maid is in your hand. Do to her as you please." And when Sarah dealt harshly with her, she fled from her presence. Now the angel of the Lord found her by the spring of water in the wilderness, by the spring on the way to Shur. And he said, "Hagar, Sarah's maid, where have you come from, and where are you going?" She said, "I am fleeing from the presence of my mistress Sarah." And it goes on. The angel said to her, "Hagar, Sarah's maid, where have you come from, and where are you going?" And it is important to note that when God asks a question, it's not because he doesn't know the answer. He's an all-knowing God. God knows the answers to every question he asks. But through the question, he helps the person to see where they are standing at that moment. Where are you going? And it's subtitled Direction and Purpose. This morning, I believe God is asking you and I, where are we going? Where is your life heading to? What is the direction of your life? Life is a journey. Life is a journey where we move from here to there. Where is the journey of your career? Where are you going in the journey of your spiritual life, your moral life, your intellectual life? Where are you going? The angel of the Lord found Hagar by a well in the wilderness. Hagar was supposed to be found in Abraham's house, but Hagar was not found where she was. Why? Because her madam had proposed her to her own husband Abraham. Her madam had suggested that if Abraham could not give birth through her Sarah, then maybe we should look at another option, that is Hagar. Now the point of emphasis is this: Abraham had 318 trained men alone in his house. That should tell you that it will be a house that has a lot of women. And so if Sarah could look through all of these women and choose you, it's not only to the fact that Hagar was perhaps only beautiful, but perhaps she was also kind and she was respectful. There was something about her for which reason Sarah will look through all the women and say, "Choose this one and let's try and have a baby through her." The thing is this: we all have the tendencies to be humble, to be soft, to be nice when we have nothing, when we are small in our own eyes. Human beings have the tendencies to be kind when we have no power, no money, no resources. We are fine. But soon as we are elevated, we lose what got us the elevation. Is there somebody I'm preaching to in this place? As soon as we get promoted, we become something else. The fact that you have been able to do something small, put something in your head, and you forget the kind of person that you were, the kind of person that you used to be before you got the promotion. And so since we lose what got us the promotion, we in effect define ourselves unfit for the promotion, because we have lost what got us the promotion. May God give us the grace to be humble. Shout, "Oh God, teach me to be humble." May God give us the cloak of humility. So since Hagar lost what got her to the place, the position, she lost her place as well. So she fled. And the Bible says God found her in the spring, at a spring in the desert. God found her at a spring in the desert. Now when he says the Lord found her, it gives me the impression that God was looking for her. Because you cannot find what you are not looking for. So it means that God was looking for her. And it is so consistent with the nature of God. We have a God who looks for his people. We don't have a God that his people are looking for him. We have a God that searches for his people. So he's looking for you. He's looking for me. Why? Because he loves us. He's interested in us. He's a God that is interested in the welfare of his children. So time in and time out, he comes and he looks for them. But I'm asking the question this morning. When God comes looking for you, where will he find you? I wonder where God will find you when he comes looking for you. Because Hagar was supposed to be in the house of Abraham. But today, Hagar was not there. So God didn't find Hagar there. He had to go looking for her again. If God comes looking for you, will he find you in his house as you're supposed to be? Or he will find you in that sex bar? Or he will find you in the bed of that man, that woman you are not married to. Or he will find you in that smoke shop. Or he will find you in that alcohol bar. Where will God find you? This morning God sent me to ask you this question. When God comes looking for you, will he find you sitting in his presence? Or he will find you maybe cross your leg watching TV and watching a movie or watching a documentary on a Sunday morning when he has told that all his saints and his people should gather together?